All right, so I've been requested to make a video like this for quite a while now, and I think it's about time I finally make one. Today we're going to be going over how I actually make my thumbnails and what program I use. And if there are any plugins, then list those. So yeah, a download link to the program I use will be in the description. It's called paint.net, and the plugins I also use will be in the description. I don't know what they're called, but I have the download link, and that is pretty much it. And yeah, also the links are probably going to be an Adfly link because that's basically the best way I can get money right now, and they help support the channel. But if you don't feel like just supporting the channel, there are just regular download links in the description, but using the Adfly links would be greatly appreciated. But I don't know, it's your choice, your time. I don't really mind either way. Anyways, so let's get into it. So how do I want to do this one? All right, I think I have an idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first, oh God, I'm going to try to reposition this one a bit. We're going to first enable this nearest neighbor. I'm going to hold shift and just zoom in a bit, kind of like that, to get rid of like my hotbar, a little bit of the scoreboard, and the lunar HUD. Now this next part is kind of difficult because this is a screenshot from, well, not a screenshot, but like a frame from a video that I'm currently rendering, and this video is probably going to come after that one's made. It's going to be done rendering in an hour. All right, but anyways, so Vegas doesn't really have like the best stuff. Like you can see, like the pixels are kind of messy, things are a bit blurred. Unlike it, like if this was an actual screenshot from Minecraft, though, it'd be like direct pixels and not be like blurred, kind of like right here. So yeah. Anyways, we're gonna do the best we can to try to cut this man out, and yeah. So first, let's try to get his axe. It's kind of in the name tag, but whatever. I'm actually gonna use the lasso tool best I can. I'm gonna hold Control to add on to my current selection. And we're just going to do like a rough cutout. It's not going to be perfect, but nothing's ever perfect. So we're just going to get a basic cutout of his axe, or at least the top part of it. All right, that should be good enough. Missed a spot here. And basically once we get the rough cutout, we can then go back and like adjust it as needed. All right. Also, this video is going to be unedited to like basically show you exactly how I do everything. So yeah, I don't know. We're going to add a little bit more of this. All right. We basically try to want to just get the axe part and not the sky, because the sky isn't needed. The name tag isn't needed. Yeah. We're just going to try to touch this up. Now, if you're wondering why I'm not doing anything in this area, that's because it's still him, so there's really no point just selecting this area, because we're going to end up selecting him again later on. All right, so I'm holding Alt, by the way, to get rid of the selection, and I'm using Control, if I didn't already say this, I'm using Control to add on to the selection. All right, this is usually the part that takes the longest when I make my thumbnails, but the rest is really easy. All right, I think that's good enough. It's not my best work, but whatever. All right, so now we can just pull out the magic wand tool, which I used Shift S to quickly get to it. We're going to also hold Control and Shift at the same time. Well, actually, no, let's not hold Shift when we do this. Let's just hold Control and just click and select a certain area. All right, that seems good enough. It's not going too far. Quickly fix this up. Let's make it so it's not selecting the particles. All right, this looks good. Now, if it selects the particles where like it's actually over the player, that itself is fine. So I might actually just make a simple selection box here. We're just going to go straight up and boom. like this, kind of like guess where he is. Let's also get his cape. Use the lasso tool again to just get this part. I'm gonna guess that's going somewhere through there. And then boom. All right. And if you want me to like make an actual like more in-depth tutorial on like wait, why did I say death? Like an actual in-depth tutorial on how like what my thought process is and like certain thumbnail styles. I almost said Photoshop styles. Thumbnail styles. Like there are many ways to make thumbnails for videos. A lot of people actually used to do 3D renders. Like this was back in 2017, 2018. Which does not feel that long ago, by the way. Holy crap. Like it's actually the year anniversary for COVID coming up, or quarantine. I don't know what this part of him is. I don't know if it's his skin or whatever, but I don't really care. We just want to try to select him the best we can. But of course, nothing's perfect. We just want to get like a basic area. Because people aren't going to pay too much attention to the thumbnail. They're going to like look at the basic part of it, like the colors. If there's text, what might the text say? They're not going to like download the thumbnail, zoom in on it, and look for like imperfections. So like when you're selecting stuff like this, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just keep that in mind. I used to think that I had to like make every single detail perfect, make every single pixel work. You don't. Like if you made a world with just like green clay blocks behind you to like just crop that out later on, and there's like a whole 1 pixel layer that you like missed when you're cutting yourself out, it doesn't matter. No one's gonna notice that unless you're like really trying to nitpick, but like still no one will notice it. You might notice it. It'll be annoying for you, but no one else will notice it. Trust me. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to finish selecting him. All right. And yes, this video is gonna be unedited, so I'm not even gonna put this in Vegas. Like I could easily just do a time lapse of this, but I want to show you like exactly like how I do everything. So yeah, this is the most boring part, not the most fun, but once you're done, you get to do cool stuff after. The lasso tool is very useful for this. All right, we're pretty much almost done. Can I get the right one? There we go. All right, see if we miss anything. All right, I actually don't like this area. I'm not a huge fan, so we're just gonna get rid of this. I don't even know what this is, but I don't want it. We're gonna get rid of it. It's probably the sky, and we don't really want the sky. All right, so far so good. Let's get rid of this thing. Particles are probably one of the most difficult things to work with when making a thumbnail. So all right, so now, oh, we should probably get his other arm. That might be nice. We'll just do that. I think it actually goes down to here. I'm not sure. All right, whatever. This looks good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to copy. Is this right? This does not look right. We're going to do that. Perfect. Now we're going to do Control C to copy it. We're going to make a new layer down here and basically just paste them in. And now we're going to go to the original one. Go to Effects, Blurs, and let's do a zoom blur. Wait, no, we're not going to do that one yet. We're first going to do this one. We're going to move this to where it's like kind of on him exactly. Let's turn this up to, should I do 3 or 2? Well, they kind of look the same. You know, oh wait, no, this is quality. We're going to put this up to 3. Nah, 3 is a bit much. Let's do 2.5. All right, that looks good. So now, like, everything else, like on the first layer is kind of like bent into like a circle-ish blur, except for him because he's the cutout. So yeah, I don't know. I just think it looks nice. And now we will do the zoom blur. Now this is like one of the main current styles for Rank Skywars. We don't want to do a huge zoom. We'll probably just like do that. But even that looks like a bit much. So we're probably just gonna leave it at that. I kind of do want to have a zoom blur though. Like nothing too noticeable, but nothing like. All right, there we go. That's good enough. And all right, so that's basically it for that part. We can probably just like merge those layers together. Let's add a text layer. This is where like the plugins kind of come in. So let's make it. Let's do just like white text for now. Let's grab our Minecraft font. Assuming I actually have it installed on this computer, which I do. Perfect. We'll just say Rank Skywars. All right, nothing too much. All right. So now that we have that, this is where like the plugins come in useful. We're gonna want to go to drop shadow, and then turn that to black. Get rid of the blur. And then turn the widening radius all the way down. Now, if you're doing like the Minecraft text, you're gonna want this. I think it's like -13, right? No. It's not -13. It's just. Is it even 13? I'm not completely sure. No, it's not 13. It's 12. Right? Hang on. I need to like zoom in a bit more. Just on one letter is all I need. So put that down, put that down, put that down. Let's bring this to 13. Yeah, so it's 12. And then we'll set this to -12. No, not -12. We'll just put it to normal 12. And then it's down. And then there's your Minecraft shadow. I'm actually probably just gonna maybe lower the opacity of the shadow a bit. Make it look like a bit more natural, I guess. I don't know. Now you have like the normal Minecraft shadow text. Now here's something else that I find kind of cool. This is all in the same plugin, by the way. If we go to layers and then go to rotate and zoom, we can actually like kind of move this around as if it's a 3D object. Now, like I'd say maybe in like 2018, whenever I'd want to have text like this, I'd have to go in Blender and like kind of bend it to how I want it. Put a green plane behind it, crop out that green plane, put this in, and then, well, the part I'm about to show next. But now I can just like put this text in as like an actual the 2D object and bend it as if it's 3D. Now, in Blender, I could also just like extrude the texts, but I don't have Blender installed, and I haven't used Blender in maybe over 1 year or 2 years at most. So I forgot how to use Blender basically. So instead of just like making this more 3D, what I'm going to do is copy this layer, make a new one, and paste it. Now this might be a little bit more of an issue with the shadow opacity, but I will fix that later. So then once I paste it, I'm going to move it forward 1 pixel actually. And then I'm going to merge it down. Now I'm going to do the same thing, copy, new layer, paste. I'm going to move it over 2 pixels. Right? Is that how I do it? I think that's how I do it. Pretty sure that's how I do it. Just in case, I'm going to move it over 1 pixel. And you basically just do this for a while until it looks kind of 3D to you. So, yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Well, I guess I won't really be back. I'm not editing this video. Can't really do a timestamp. Timestamp? I've actually never tried this 3D illusion on Minecraft text, so I don't know what it's gonna look like. If it's gonna look good, bad, decent. Yeah, it turns out I actually don't like this, so we're gonna completely not do that. Holy crap. This is terrible. We're gonna go all the way back. Perfect. So now that we basically just rotated it, we're gonna ignore the last minute or so. We're gonna move it to our likings, and then there's a thumbnail. It still kind of looks kind of plain, so what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna give it another shadow. This time I'm gonna return it. I'm actually gonna bring it downwards a bit and to the left. And this one will actually have a blur on it. Expand the widening radius, turn down that. Perfect. Now, actually, I kind of want to make these colors pop out a bit more. So I just like hid the text layer. I'm going to put another layer in between the actual image and the text. I'm going to select red, and I'm going to get a paintbrush tool, make it a bit bigger, and we're just going to paint red all over this guy. And I'll show you why in just a minute. I'm going to paint red there. We can actually maybe put some blue here for his axe. All right, now we're going to want to select everything with Control A, go to Effects, Blurs, Gaussian Blur. We're just going to want to turn that up a bit. That's good. Now that looks like a lot. It's really not, because then I go to Layer Properties, and then I go to, I think it's Color Dodge. No, it is not Color Dodge. It is Color Burn. Yes. Then I like kind of lower it a bit. Kind of makes it like grimmer, I guess. And if I want to do a little bit more, I'll just like add it, then Control F. And then I think I need to just like put this layer down first. Boom. And boom. Perfect. Now I kind of want to make that grass pop out a bit to like make the colors more noticeable. So I'm going to grab green, just going to like do a simple stuff there. Let's just make the ground a bit more touchier. There's some green over here. Basically like the small areas of color. Control F. Wait, is it overlay I need to do? Oh yeah, I think it's overlay. But what if I just do normal and like just... Well, that still looks kind of nice, but we're gonna do overlay and then just hit OK. Then just basically do this with any colors that you feel like doing. So, or any objects. So I'm gonna do it with my axe as well. Control F to add the blur. Overlay kind of makes the axe stand out a bit more. We'll do it with the blocks. We'll do yellow, I guess. Make it basic. Boom. I think for this one I want to do color burn. There we go. That looks nice. Put those in. Oh yeah, the notes. Those would be nice to do. So let's get yellow. Boom. Boom. And then boom. I kind of don't want it to be that blurred, so I'm actually going to just do it again manually. And then kind of like that. And then we'll do it. We'll do overlay. We'll do color burn, then lower the opacity a bit. Then we'll put it in. So that kind of like, that's how I basically like do things with color. Might actually do a tiny bit with this guy with like just blue. We'll do some there, there. Basically where it's darker. And where it's lighter, we're gonna actually go with light blue for this. This is completely experimental. I'm trying something new right now. So I don't even know if this is gonna look good. And then overlay. Wow, I actually really like how that turns out. I might actually do it again. So I'm just gonna copy everything, put a new layer, paste it in, overlay, then merge it down. Oh, I can't actually merge it down. So we're gonna merge it into that layer first and then that. Because if you merge like where the layers have property effects and to one, then it's just going to mess it up a bit. So you have to merge into the base layer first, and then, yeah. So now this looks kind of good. So we'll enable the texts. Maybe we'll actually give the text like glow effect. So we're going to make a layer above the text. We'll select a white, go to our paintbrush tool, and we'll just like draw a line or two. I actually don't like how that went all the way over there. So we're going to just do this, blur, and then I don't like overlay. What about just, there we go. That's kind of nice. Kind of makes it pop out a bit more. I don't know. Put it in, merge that down. Now there's one thing else we can do to make the thumbnail really pop out, and that is a border. Now a lot of people with their borders, they'll just grab a solid color, go to the corners with their border tool, then bring to the other corner, select size, and then that's your thumbnail. Well, I'm not gonna lie, that looks terrible. I'm actually gonna make it a bit bigger. There we go. So what we do now instead is we go here and overlay. And now like the colors are just brighter, I guess, in the border, and it looks better. So yeah, also I might touch up the crosshair a bit just to make it stand out more. I don't know. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. There we go. I'll merge that down, and there's our thumbnail. So yeah, that's basically how I make a thumbnail. This video turned out to be 22 minutes long. Wow. All right. Usually my thumbnails don't take that long. They take like 15-ish minutes at most. This one took me a while. I think it's because I kind of struggled to cut this guy out, but yeah. All right. Well, that's pretty much it for this video. If you enjoyed, if you want me to do like more tutorials on like how I do stuff, then tell me. I don't know what else I could do. I guess I could make a video on how I edit my videos, but I don't really know how I do that. But yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. Now I need to make a thumbnail for this video. All right, goodbye.